How your attachment style affects your relationship. Understanding your own and your partner's attachment style can greatly enhance your relationship and foster self-awareness. Attachment styles are deeply ingrained patterns of how we relate to others, formed during our early life experiences. By recognizing and acknowledging these attachment styles, you can gain valuable insights into your emotional needs, communication preferences, and ways of relating to your partner. Knowing your attachment style enables you to understand your own behaviors and reactions within the relationship. It helps you recognize any insecurities or fears that may arise and allows you to address them in a healthier manner. This self-awareness allows you to communicate your needs more effectively and seek support when necessary, leading to a stronger emotional connection with your partner. Understanding your partner's attachment style helps you empathize with their needs and reactions. It allows you to provide the support and reassurance they require to feel secure and loved. By recognizing their attachment style, you can adjust your communication and behavior to meet their emotional needs, promoting a deeper understanding and acceptance within the relationship. What is attachment and why is it important? A person's attachment style is their unique method of relating to others. Your attachment style was established in the first 2 years of your existence. It's a pattern that, once set, influences everything from your romantic interactions to how you raise your own kids. The key to understanding your feelings and development as a child is to gain an understanding of your attachment style. It makes it easier to see where you're emotionally stuck as an adult and where you can make changes for the better in your interactions with others and your kids. Early attachment patterns. For optimal social and emotional development in toddlers and preschoolers, they need to bond with at least one major caregiver. In the absence of this bond, they will have severe mental and social dysfunction. How parents or caregivers react to their infants, especially in times of distress, throughout the first 2 years of life determines the attachment styles their children will develop. The child's feelings, thoughts, and expectations in future relationships will be shaped by these patterns. Secure attachment. In a perfect world, infants develop a strong emotional bond with an adult who is attuned to them between the ages of 6 months and 2 years. This means that the adult is sensitive and responsive to the infant's needs and interests. This attachment figure must be a reliable caretaker for the child throughout this formative time. In their second year, kids start to see their primary caregiver less as a parent and more as a safe haven from which they can venture out and discover the world. When a parent and a child have this kind of bond, the child feels safe and cared for. In order for a child to feel securely attached to their parents or caregivers, the child must feel safe, seen, and soothed. Avoidant or dismissive attachment. Some adults are unable to empathize with children and hence are blind to their needs. They are emotionally unavailable. When a child is in pain or anguish, they don't react too much. These parents frown upon baby crying and push their kids to grow up quickly. Their offspring often mature into self-sufficient little grown-ups rather rapidly. These kids can go for long stretches without any help from adults and are completely independent. Instead of forming a secure attachment, they have developed an avoidant attachment to a parent who is emotionally unavailable. Anxious or ambivalent attachment. Unfortunately, not all adults are continuously sensitive to their kids' needs. Their comments can be helpful and comforting at times, but sometimes pushy and inconsiderate at others. These parents create an environment where their children are uncertain about what kind of treatment they will receive, which leads to a lot of anxiety and confusion. Even though they may be wary and mistrust of their parents, they may act attached and desperate. Their unstable mom has caused them to have an apprehensive, conflicted relationship. Disorganized attachment. A child's life is in danger when they are subjected to physical and mental mistreatment and terrifying conduct from a parent or caregiver. A child's natural instincts warn her to run away from a dangerous situation, yet the one person who can keep her safe is also the source of her greatest fear. A child's pain originates with the attachment figure. Children often dissociate from their own identities when faced with such challenges. They emotionally remove themselves from the situation, preventing themselves from fully processing what is going on. Children in this condition of tension have a hard time forming secure bonds with their abusive parents. Adult attachment styles are rooted in childhood. Secure personality. Those who were able to build healthy bonds with their caregivers as children tend to continue to do so as adults. They know who they are and what they want, and they crave meaningful relationships with other people. They have a healthy appreciation for themselves, their partners, and their connections with others. Both feel safe in their individuality and in their relationships, so their lives are well-rounded. Avoidant or dismissive personality. Same who had dismissive attachment styles as children are more likely to continue practicing those behaviors as adults. They prefer to be solitary and dismiss the significance of interpersonal connections and feelings. They are emotionally repressed intellectuals. One of their go-to reactions to stressful or potentially volatile situations is to put some distance between themselves and the source of the tension. These people have an unbalanced existence, one in which they focus inward, become emotionally detached from others, and isolate themselves. Anxious or ambivalent personality. Children who develop anxious ambivalent attachment styles are more likely to develop these patterns as adults. They are now adults who are harsh critics of themselves and who lack confidence in themselves. They try to alleviate their self-doubt by relying on the affirmation of others, but this never works. Relationally, they worry and aren't trusting since they have a deep fear of rejection. For this reason, they become too possessive and needy in their relationship. They have no sense of equilibrium in their lives, and as a result, they turn inward and become emotionally desperate in their relationships. Disorganized or fearful-avoidant personality. Those who experienced a tumultuous attachment, disorganized environment as children are more likely to form anxious, avoidant attachment styles as adults. They learn to shut off their emotions as a defense mechanism after traumatic childhood experiences, and as a result, they've never fully connected with their emotions, even as adults. Up until they establish emotional closeness, they seek out and thrive in partnerships. At this stage, the suppressed emotions of childhood begin to surface, and the person experiencing them may not even realize that they are recalling an earlier time. This is not the present. Rather, the person is experiencing a traumatic event from their past all over again. Their lives are unbalanced because they lack a consistent sense of who they are or how they relate to the world around them. However, it's never too late to learn how to attach securely. Even if your attachment style was shaped in infancy and may persist throughout your life, it is possible to build a earned secure attachment at any age. Understanding your story is a crucial step in this direction. The biggest predictor of a child's security of attachment is not what happened to his parents as children, but rather how his parents made sense of those experiences. The best way to make sense of your life is to compose a narrative that explains how events from your youth continue to shape who you are today. Also, understanding and knowing your own love language, as well as your partner's, can have a profound impact on the health and longevity of your relationship. Love languages are the unique ways individuals give and receive love, such as through words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, physical touch, or receiving gifts. When both partners are aware of their love languages, they can effectively communicate their needs and desires, leading to greater emotional connection and fulfillment. By speaking each other's love language, couples can strengthen their bond, increase intimacy, and prevent misunderstandings. This knowledge becomes especially crucial during challenging times, as it can help navigate conflicts, bridge emotional gaps, and ultimately save relationships from the brink of breakup or divorce. By 𝗔𝗁𝗏𝗄𝗃, Knowledge is Power,